Yo, welcome to the broadcast. I was literally passing out. Very long night. Didn't get a chance to sleep at all, unfortunately. Dude, I am so glad that I'm done with this area. I'm gonna go down and I'll see this chick who wants to live stream together and stuff. I'll do that with her, but then I'm getting out of Florida because this state is so stupid. I mean, this must be the most expensive state in the nation, more expensive than California, because there's nothing you can do without spending. You can't breathe without spending money, and also spending time and energy trying to avoid the people that stare at you while you mind your own business. No matter what social facet you're in, people are just so insanely nosy. And literally everybody thinks they're the boss. I mean, literally, or the boss of you, even more so. For example, Walmart's is 24 hours, and they're not just 24 hours for people who are in cars. They're 24 hours for people who are passing through either way. It's in their policy. So, for example, me hanging out right here, I could hang out at Walmart 24/7. The employees might not know that. They might believe that they're right, and that they might believe that it's not that way. But it actually is. For example, I've had situations where the police have been called and this and that, and you contact corporate, and they all look like assholes. And a couple of them lost their job in that situation. I've had over the past decade, I have about 6 different situations where employees lost their job, and sheriff looked like an ass. And I mean that's on them. That's on them for trying to entity. At all, you guys know how that is. The higher ups can't police the police and their low end employees that don't even exist to them. They don't even know that it's happening because they don't exist at all to them. But every now and again, you give a little poke, a little reminder, and say, hey, this ain't your arena. But as I sit here right now with that story, as I told you, is I tell you, I must not have taken my eyes off my sandals for 5 seconds. I put them down next to me, and I passed out. I probably fell asleep for 10 minutes, and I woke up and my sandals were gone. So I currently do not have any footwear whatsoever at all. Dito, welcome to the broadcast. Mr. Homan, how are you? So I hit up a couple of people that might be able to send me a Walmart gift card, and then I could go in there and get a pair of shoes and a pair of socks and a first aid kit because I have an infection that's getting worse, and I'm also bleeding, and it's super annoying. Yeah, dude, I don't know what it is with people in Florida and littering, but it's an obsession. They have to smash their bottles on the side of the road. They're not, I don't know if you knew that, but in Florida, you legally are not allowed to dispose of your glass bottles in the trash can or in recycling. You must, or you will be arrested. You must smash it directly on the walkway. Because if you don't, then someone's not going to cut their feet, and then, there won't be a need for the ambulance. So just don't forget that. If you come to Florida, you have to smash your bottles on the ground. It's a requirement. Especially on the beach. If you are on the beach, you have to find a nice hard surface to smash it off of, and then just make sure that you use your foot and just dig it into the sand so that people don't see it when they step on it. But anyway, shout out to Flagler, between Flagler and Daytona, that national, what do you call it? It's a national protected land area. Something Rogers, and it is probably the only part of Florida I've seen that thus far that was not a waste of my time. Everything else has mostly just been a pit of misery, despair, and constant, pointless cars beeping when nobody even wants their disgusting-ass cars. Not even homeless people. So, there's that. There's also the fact where you got people that are acting like they're scared of somebody when they're the fucking creepy ass scary ones because they're staring at you and it's really fucking weird. And you're not paying any attention to what they're doing at all. And they're literally staring at you and getting into their car and then making sure you hear their car beep as they walk away, staring at you as they walk away, being super fucking creepy. While you're minding your own business, mind you. Not even looking in the direction or paying any attention to them. So, I digress. as you guys could tell, I'm kind of on like a cranky binge, mostly because I'm just really super fucking tired. And like I said, it's just some stuff has been setting in. And man, dude, I hate when people got to get wiped off the earth. I hate it. But I just got to cope with that. But I don't even, like I said, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't. Like, I got to let go and move on, like, immediately. Just pretend like it never happened. Like, when I tell you as I sit here, just how heavily I got screwed over, and I mean literally, not even like, I mean literally, I was like the best guy best guy in the world I could have been. Like, I'm not even kidding you. And that it feels like it's not even my life. Like it didn't, like it didn't even happen. And so that's how I'm treating it. It's like, I feel in this weird way like the first portion of my life never even happened. Like, I feel like I just woke up and I'm this age. And I'm not exaggerating. Like, I feel like I lived a totally different life than I actually did. And all that, like, my whole life up until now was just like, didn't happen. Because I'm like a totally different person than the person that probably would have come out of that situation. And I don't really want to remember it. And so, Raymond goes, get a job, LOL. Yeah, thank you. No, I'm officially saying fuck the system. Like, officially. I'm done with this bullshit. It's all a facade, and it doesn't behoove you. You don't even get what you want. You have to pay double for the same thing that you could get, quote unquote, for free if you're willing to put in the work yourself and figure out how it all works. And lucky me, I know how it works, so I don't need any of this shit. What I do need is a pair of shoes, so that's what I'm going to work on. I'm going to get me a pair of shoes, and then get the fuck out of America, and probably never come back, to be honest. If I'm going to come back, it's only going to be for work, and nothing else. And I would say that, I wouldn't say my heart's been turned to stone, but I definitely no longer give a fuck. And I mean beyond what you could compare to anyone probably that you've ever met. Now it's different than, like, and here's the irony, is like, I'm officially just signed off of everybody, but you're still going to see me treat people better than people who claim to care, that get all emotional, and they're like, oh my God, no, like, I'm such a good, no, you're a scumbag who can't control your emotions, and you think that pretending to have moral standards is going to make you look good, and then you still fuck it up, and you ruin the person's life who you are pretending to try to defend or protect or take care of. And I've had enough of all that. So I'm just opting out. I'm having a good time, minding my own business, and just being a fucking boss. And that's it. I got nothing else. So, what am I the boss of? My own fucking life. I'm the boss of my own life. Are you the boss of your life? Compare yours to mine. Are you the boss of your life? Doesn't look like it. So, I'm the boss of my life. And I would rather be the boss of my life than the boss of anything else pretending to exist. That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? So I am officially on a mission today to piss people off. Wake them up, shake them up, get them thinking, get them moving, and keep them from, just having another day where they do nothing and be miserable. I want to make people happy. It starts with making them mad. That's how it works. When people are, like, miserable, you can't do anything but piss them off first. Tony, welcome to the broadcast. Yo, people are so stupid. I love it. I fucking love it. It makes it so easy. Good morning. Hey, ma'am. That's all right. I forgive you for ignoring me. I won't get you fired today, I promise. Maybe tomorrow, though, if I end up still being here, because I've had enough of this town. Fuck this shit. I would be across that bridge if it weren't for the fact that stupid motherfuckers have to throw bottles all over the walkway. Glass. glass all over the walkway, all across the bridge. Beautiful view, beautiful buildings, glass bottles smashed everywhere, fish hooks, you name it, just trash everywhere. Also, the area is riddled, absolutely riddled with homeless people, absolutely riddled. And I don't mean regular homeless people, I mean like the dangerous kind, everywhere. It's totally insane, like I can't even believe it. They were like hidden for a couple of days, right? And then the weekend came along, and they all literally just crawled out of the bushes. And I'm not even making like an analogy. I'm saying literally, I saw people for the start of the weekend crawling out of the bushes to start the weekend. I'm like, all right, so that's the thing. Get me out of here. So have I kind of become a dick? Yes, but I'm your dick. I may be a big dick, but I'm your dick. Don't forget that. So if you have a small dick, I'm your big dick. I'm here for you. So I love you, you love me. And I officially now know, and like when I tell you like straight up, dude, they fell for the bait like none other. Like getting information out of these people is so fucking easy. It's not even funny. They think they're so clever. But here's the thing of it, is like if you just set a little bit of the cheese out there, right? Because they're all fucking rats. They're all scumbag rats that frickin' snitch on each other all day long. You just put a little piece of cheese out there. You put something out there about yourself that's like not important, but you make it look important. And they will just snatch that right the fuck up. And when they shit themselves as they're eating, because they eat so much that they can't even keep it in their body when they're putting something in the other end, you just, sort through that feces and you find whatever the fuck you're looking for. And I'll tell you, the fact of the matter is they are dirty as shit. And it's so easy. So fucking easy. So I'm very glad to have learned what I learned. But now, what I have left is to wait for one more hour, get some shoes, and get the fuck out of Dodge, because this place is disgusting. Almost as disgusting as my feet right now. But thanks to Walmart's actual corporate policies, I'm chilling until I get them shoes. Know your rules, because you will have underlings try to tell you what's up. Or you'll actually have some cool people who deserve better jobs. But it is what it is. And like I said, with me finding out how things actually are, as far as the past that I'm not worrying about anymore, dude, like it's officially time to be me. You guys are about to see who I really am. And I don't even give a fuck if you like me or if you don't, because I have been through enough. And I don't have time for anybody's opinions anymore. I don't. I really, really don't. I don't care what it brings to me. I actually legitimately don't care what it brings to me or what happens. For whatever it's worth, also, I said that I fell asleep, but the reality is never mind. I don't know if I should say it on live stream, but because it was already saying like community guidelines, what is it? There was like a community guidelines violation or something. I mean, there wasn't, but it's just like a mass reporting jealousy thing, because we're finally starting to go viral and all that stuff. Which is what I do. Like, what the fuck do what do losers not understand about when I say, hey, it's fame? That's how the fuck fame works. It doesn't work like, we got you off the map for 5 seconds. No, you fucking didn't. All you did was multiply my viewership. Thank you for making me twice the man. It worked. Not what you meant to do, but that's what happened. And as I sit here, yes, we're going viral on another platform, and I'll tell you something else. If this shit gets shut down, you know what happens? Motherfuckers record the security cameras and be putting it on the internet. I've already seen it. Frickin' on the inside, in those situations I told you guys about, they were fucking recording that shit and putting it on the internet. So trust me when I say there is not a moment that I'm not making money. There's not a moment when my shit is not getting shared out there. So I'm not worried about any of that fucking stuff. I'm not. This is tried and true. This is the snowballs down the hill, and all I gotta do is just keep letting it roll. Don't try to stop it. Just keep letting it roll. And that's it. I won the fucking game. And for real, like, I'm not even kidding you. It's done. Signed and sealed. Doesn't matter how the fuck this goes. I won. And I'll tell you, there's some people that try to manipulate the story or whatnot, but that's the beauty of it, is when I tell you, like, the last attempt that was made to try and twist it, all it did was make them look like a bunch of assholes. I mean, they look so stupid with what they tried to accuse me of and throw in my direction, because it was pretty obvious it didn't go down that way. Like, everybody knew it, too. You know, like, everybody fucking knew it. And it cost them, I don't know if you guys know this, it cost them millions of dollars to try to make me look like shit, and it didn't even work. So they not only wasted millions of dollars, but every bit of traffic that went through that they paid for, fake and real, to pump into to try and ruin my life, went to my platform. They made me money. I told you that's how it was going to go years ago, and so that's how it went. But you know, with that also comes caveats of like greed and jealousy and all the you know, just the scummy attitudes that come out of people. But at the same time, on the flip side, there's also people who will also be extra cool. But then my favorite people are like the dude who freaking threw that. Hi, Human, how are you? That dude that threw that burger my way, if you saw. Like, yes, I'm literally A-list famous, and I can't afford a fucking cheeseburger. So do not tell me that fame is worth money, because it's not. Fame, monetizably, is worth money. If you have the ability to monetize your fame, it's worth money. But what that requires is to just, like I said, all that's left for me is just to step into an industry. That's actually the truth, is like step into acting, like to pick something, and then that's it. That's what I do. So for right now, it's just, it's the money that it's worth is what it goes through the people around me, as opposed to going through me. But regardless, you know, it still makes it worth it. Makes me have the ability to sit outside of Walmart barefoot, waiting to go inside barefoot to get my shoes. And the reality is, I may be attemptedly stopped by employees, but I think that would be a very awkward conversation with corporate as to why I wasn't allowed to go in and buy shoes when I didn't have any at all, or why they didn't just offer to like go in and get them for me or something like that. And I would absolutely leverage that, because I'm so fucking done with taking people's shit. And I don't have fucking shoes. I haven't slept in 2.5 days. I'm fucking hungry. And I'm doing whatever the fuck I want to do. And if you don't believe me, try and stop me. Watch what happens. Because the law is not supposed to be getting involved in these things. They're not. They're really not. Like, when I tell you they are robbing Walmart when they're coming around here, they're not supposed to be. It's not. That's not how it's supposed to be. That's not how fucking, what's his name? I'm thinking Ray A. Kroc, because I'm thinking of McDonald's. So I was talking about, you know. But Sam Walton, like, that's for anybody that doesn't know, Sam Walton was not all that into law enforcement. Not, you know, he was a man of business. He was a man of do it yourself. And for anyone that doesn't know, clue you in, you know, the law enforcement is a government agency, aka a liberal organization made to serve and protect you and do your job for you, aka instead of you protecting yourself, their job is to protect you, for people that don't know how to protect themselves. That's what the police are for, to protect people that don't know how to protect themselves. Now, obviously, there's been like socio-religious involvement and like people who have tried to use religion to manipulate how the police are used. And like I said, that's being fixed in our country. You see, you know, a lot of law enforcement getting incarcerated. You see a lot of stupid Walmart employees who go in to try to call the cops on somebody who's just waiting to go purchase a product, lose their jobs. You know, it happens. But when it comes down to it, like I said, if you're going through it, it don't matter how pissed somebody else is. You just got to fucking power through it, because you got to get what you need. And that's what I'm doing. You know, I'm going to walk out of here. I'm going to have so many people pissed at me, it's not even funny. But I need my fucking shoes. So I don't care. I'm not being prissy. I don't have fucking shoes at all. And yes, it's the area's fault, because one of your scumbag homeless people or one of your scumbag thieves stole my shoes, stole my sandals. So I got a fucking problem with that. So somebody's going to help me get some fucking shoes. You know? I would never in my life where I'm from let anybody be out like this, or have to go through this shit, or especially be a loser to the level where I put somebody through something. I wasn't raised that way. I wasn't taught that way. Where I come from, you don't do that to people. You help people out. You lift them up. You help them into a better position, whether they treat you good or not, whether they give you what you want or not. You do right by them because it makes sense to do right by somebody. No matter what your attitude is. You could be the guy cursing like a sailor like I am right now, or the guy I was like 3 days ago when you didn't hear a curse word out of my mouth and I was nice and slept up and fed and, and being nice. You know, it doesn't, whether you're the dick or you're the nice guy, where I'm from, either way, you're still the guy that's helping the guy that needs the help. You know what I'm saying? But we got, like I said, I'm ready, you know, like, I'm just ready. And they're not even slightly prepared for a guy like me. And that's why I'm trying to have mercy. I really am. But, man, I've really had, like, I'm waking up to the recognition of just how much I've allowed people to put me through that I really shouldn't have, including here. And I keep having this attitude that I was raised on of, like, you know, try to be nice about stuff and be like, oh, yeah, it's okay. And, like, thank you for this, thank you for that. What the fuck am I thanking people for? Why am I thanking people for doing what they're already supposed to be doing what they're being paid to do, or doing what they already owe me for? What the fuck am I thanking people for? They're not going out of their way for me. They're doing the minimal for stuff they're already supposed to be doing more of already. Like, yes, I said already twice, but oh well. And then I'm over here thanking them like they're, you know, like they're doing me a public service or doing extra. No, they're doing the minimum to begin with. And how do you know that? Because I end up sitting out here when one of their scumbag people steals my shoes. And so I am stuck between two different islands, forced to wait in a fucking Walmart parking lot to buy a pair of shoes. With money that I have to wait to see if I could even fucking get. So how about that? That pisses me off. And no, I'm not going to be nice about it, because there comes a point where it's like people start fucking with you, and just to try and get you to be nice to them one more time. No. Things are to the point where it's gone too far. And like I said, I'm to a point where I'm ready to make money off of somebody if they want to fuck with me. So whether it's law enforcement or otherwise, I'm fucking ready. You have no idea how ready I am to take your fucking money, because I am tired of starving, and it's your fucking fault. It actually is. And that's the worst part of it. Like, I wish to God I could blame myself so that I just don't have to have anything to do with them. But it's not. So, I got the math. That was just me being a dick, saying it that way. But, I'm expressing my feelings. People don't know what I've been through. That's why it's coming out so raw, because I haven't said anything about it, you know? I've just held it in and held it back and tried to be nice, and, you know, I hit my breaking point. I have definitely hit my breaking point. And last night was one thing, you know, but then wake up and I don't even have fucking shoes. My feet are full of stress fractures right now, and somebody steals my fucking shoes. I'm sitting here putting up with stress fractures in my feet for people who don't even deserve my time of day. They don't. They really don't. Like, you got to value your time and understand what the value of your time is. And I know the value of my time. The value of 1 hour of my time, and yes, this is legit, and if you don't believe me, please fucking test me and find out, is worth more than this entire building and everything in it. That's actually how much work I put in. And if you doubt that, ask around. Ask the people who've been dumb enough to fucking test me. But I am done being the generous guy. I am now the bitter Scrooge, because I have been fucked over. I offered to be dedicating my life to a particular scenario that some of you are familiar with, and they made some of the most evil and disastrous decisions that I cannot even fathom. And I'm coping, and I'm fine, but I'm done. And I will never be a nice guy ever again. And if I am, you're not going to fucking know about it. I'm not going to let you know that I'm the good guy from now on. I want you to think I'm the fucking anti-hero. Not a villain, but Deadpool. Fucking Deadpool. Virtual Deadpool. I don't want anybody's shit. I don't want to be taking shit from anybody anymore. No more of this freaking psycho-emotional drama. I don't have time for it. I'll make money on it. Happily. But I don't want any personal involvement in it. I don't have the energy for it. It doesn't benefit me, doesn't behoove me, doesn't put my life in a place where it belongs, just runs me in a loop one more time to be fucked up again, to get fucked up again. And I don't mean drugs or alcohol. I mean just scumbag people stealing my goddamn fucking shoes. Who the fuck steals somebody's shoes when you have one pair? Who the fuck does that? What kind of piece of shit do you have to be to steal somebody's only pair of shoes? I can't even imagine. God, I am irate. And I swear to God, if I go to that store, because I'm not actually going to try to walk in without shoes because it's going to make me look like a crazy person. But I swear to God Almighty, if I go and I say, I don't have any shoes, I need to get shoes, here's my gift card, can you please do me a favor and run and get me a pair of shoes? And they turn me away. Bro, you have no fucking idea. That's going to be the longest email I have ever written. I'll be getting names, I'll be getting all of it, and I'm not even playing. I don't give a fuck what it makes me look like because I don't have any other options at all, literally. So what else am I going to do than freaking kick ass and take names if I can't get fucking shoes on my feet? Okay, I understand. Let me just go walk through glass. Like, no, this is fucking, the buck stops here. This is too far. This is way too fucking far. Steal my fucking shoes. It's not like they were nice shoes, like they were $17 sandals. Who the fuck does that? And then anywhere I went to go lay my head, there you got a sheriff right around the corner or an officer around the corner. There's nowhere you could put your head down at all, like not being from the town. But then I see these freaking druggy homeless people sleeping in the bus stops and sleeping over in the bushes and all that. And the cops ain't doing shit, but they're literally staring at me, waiting to see what bench I'm going to put my head down on. Like, fuck you. I hate to say it. Like, I got a good rapport with cops. What the fuck is your deal? Like, I'm over here minding my own goddamn business, and I'm not even getting sleep. God help you. They call me Karma for a reason. And that's the name I'm officially sticking with, by the way. Y'all can call me that till the day that I die. You call me Karma. That's my fucking song. I ain't even playing. It'd be convenient if I was making that shit up. Ask around, I'm not. Infamous and famous for that. Long before the real fame even set in. Street cred, as they call it. I call it street fame. Because that's God level shit. I don't play. I don't play at all. I really don't. What I do is I like people to think that, well, it's too out there. I love it. I love it. I love playing with my food. When people can't process that what I'm saying is real. And then I sit back and I watch. I watch as they point at me laughing as the wave is on its way behind them in their direction. And I revel in it. It makes my heart warm. Yeah. So anyway. Welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. But let me go see if I can't get somebody to help me get some shoes, because they're going to open up in like 45 minutes, and there's like people not working or whatever. So give me 2 seconds. I'm going to go try to be nice. You know what? I'm going to take you with me, just in case. Literally, case being the word, just in case. I'm going to take you guys with me. Yeah, do me a favor. If you have this broadcast recorded, just like keep it as like potential evidence in case they want to be scummy about shit. I'm ready. But like I said, I just need shoes. Just need some shoes. And they conveniently put an evidence trash can right here. I love it. Don't worry, I'll put the first piece in there. And yes, I will also just call shit out just as it is. And I love when people try that old-fashioned, like, how do we make it sound crazier? Like, that day is over. Like, do you guys not realize it's the age of the internet? Like, everybody knows what's up.
Like, you got 6-year-olds that know what the fuck's going on. There is nobody you're fooling anymore. Nobody, like, and when you come out with that crazy shit or this or that or the framing and all that, like, when I tell you toddlers are laughing in your face, literally toddlers are laughing in your face. Like, they think you're fucking stupid. So, anyway, the age of the con is over. Stop being scam artists and realize that things are getting organized and you don't have any choice but to either get on board or fuck off. Welcome to American society as it is today. And one of my favorite things to do is say it how it is. And I've blown off a lot of steam. I really, man, I'll tell you what, it's really hard for me to be myself and make friends. And I really do have a feeling I'm going to end up with a lot more enemies than friends, but I think some of the best people have more enemies than friends, so. But I'm going to try. I don't give up easy. And I also think I do a decent, you know, that I'm not too bad at giving people respect. They might not like, you know, how I am, but I don't know how else to be. I really don't. I can only hold it in for so long, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I definitely hear people. All right, give me 2 seconds. Hello. Do you guys work here?
No, we just sitting at home.
Well, I figured you guys were the bossy. I have 2 questions. One.
One of them is no.
I was going to say one.
Well, then we'll make it the cigarette request. We'll make that the no. The second one is, so I had my sandals stolen when I was asleep last. Well, I slept for like 15 minutes. I woke up, my sandals were gone.
Why would somebody steal some scurvy?
I've been freaking out on live stream for like the past half hour, trying to fathom who on earth would be such a piece of trash to take the only pair of shoes I have. And I don't have anything. I have my phone and my charger in my pocket. Somebody takes my sandals?
Easy ones for like $2.
So I'm like, yeah, for real.
Look at the clearance bag up there once you open up at 6.
What's like $1 or $2 for?
There's really cool. There was some $16 candles.
Well, if I have to wait to see if somebody will send me a freaking gift card because I don't even have $2. But if I get
It's sick, so yeah.
if I have the money, could somebody grab them for me, or would I be allowed to go in? Well, I know. I did hear that 7 times. But if she reminds me so much of my ex being sick. She's amazing because she's not my ex's mom. But I don't want to walk in there without shoes because I will look like an absolute nut.
Well, join the crowd.
Yeah.
So it's not a big deal?
Yeah, there's been people that come in barefoot.
Alright.
But
You will
those stores at 6 when they open, was a big pool thing and got flip-flops in it. So what they would come in there like $1.
Thank you. Have a good morning. All right, guys. Yes. Oh my God, thank you.
There's like 3 of them in there.
Dude, thank you for helping me kill myself. I'm kidding. This is what I do. It's satire. Have a wonderful morning. God, I'm horrible with jokes. I'm so dry, though. That's the thing. Like, people don't think I'm funny because I'm that dry. But I don't know how else to joke other than to say it as seriously as humanly possible. That's just how I joke. You guys are really going to get to know me, and it's like a brand new me. Like, I'm telling you, it's like taking off a shell or like shedding skin. Like, I have not been me. I have not been me. Are you guys even in here? I haven't seen a single comment in forever. Seriously. Is there anybody in here right now? Like, are we even live? Am I just literally talking to myself for no good reason at all? Heaven's just here. Awesome. Yes. And so what I want to say to law enforcement is I don't want to be fucking scared of you. It makes me so fucking mad because I grew up loving law enforcement and being cool with them. Like, for real. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. Like, I did a fucking program growing up where I was going to become a state trooper. Like, I like the cops. I'm cool with them. But this shit makes me so mad. Like, the negative altercations that I have had now to this point make me so angry because I am raised and socially engineered to like them, and my brain is wired to like the cops, and I'm not going to get it rewired at this age. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to turn into a criminal. It's just not going to happen. So that's why the whole crux of the situation of what I went through pisses me off so bad, because I don't fit the fucking bill, you know? Like, some of the shit that people do and get away with and don't get in trouble for, and then you turn around and you get me on, like, really? You know? Totally unfucking necessary. Totally unnecessary. You don't even know what the fuck I was doing. You guys, oh man. And I try not to get mad because, guys, if you had any idea what the fuck they intervened on, if you had any fucking idea what they fucked up, they don't have any idea what they fucked up. You don't even have to do with me or them. But that is, like I said, I had people who just wouldn't fucking go home. God damn it, I even let myself get fucking hypnotized and everything. And I'm sitting here waking the fuck up, sitting in goddamn fucking Florida, whatever the hell's going on. This is dumb as shit. And, yo, shout out to my brother Spooks, and sister Spooks, because I still remember my brain. I didn't lose it. I still remember. Thank you for being there when you promised to be there, aka you kind of just looked at me and you were like, do I approach the vehicle? And you didn't. You should have come just fucking slap me, and I would have woke the fuck up. You're fuck you. I wish I could have fucked you, if you want me to be honest. I know there's no possible way you're saying this right now, but I think about you on a weekly basis since I saw you. Because I fucking saw you, and I knew you too. I knew it. I was like, where the fuck do I know this chick from? But like I said, I didn't have that memory at the time accessible. But now I fucking remember you. Don't let them steal your joy if possible. Yo, no, thank you. I like that. Don't let them steal my joy. I agree with that, and I like that. I'm a big advocate of that, so thank you. What I need from you guys is to be my positive people. That's what I really need. Because I'm going to be real with you. There's a reason why it was the most positive community throughout social media, right? Like, I had what I was really doing, but, like, there's a reason why it was that. You know, it's like, because I'm exactly like the people that I turned down that are my family, my brothers, my everything, you know, because I'm in self-denial about being, you know, cynical. That's how I am. I am that way. But I also have this air of peace about me. I have my joy. I have my positivity. I do. You know, and those aren't even the words that I'm really trying to get at. It's more like being an equalist, and like, Frankie, welcome to the broadcast. Like, I didn't actually know that there were like, until people started opening up to me more, you know, that there are people out there, that there are men out there who, and it's just not throwing you guys under the bus. It's really, I'm a dude too, so like, I'm not throwing you under the bus. But like, dudes that straight up hate women, and women that straight up hate men, and like, that go to war with each other and shit, and advocate only for their own gender or their own sexual, you know, like their people as per se. And I'm sitting here wondering how on earth does that make any sense? How twisted in the mind must someone be to think that makes any sense? I cannot fathom anything making any sense other than, wait a second, a plug goes in a socket, you go in there, and a human comes out, and that's literally the third survival tactic of humanity. There's eat, there's sleep, there's sex. So being anti-male or anti-female on either side doesn't make any sense at all. Like, me being anti-female would not make any sense at all. It wouldn't. I don't have the ability to produce an infant. I don't. A woman doesn't have the ability to do some of the stuff that we do that we're not going to say out loud, because in society today, you're not allowed to say what men do because men don't do anything. So we're just going to stay with that. But you catch my drift? Like, we can't exist without one another. So what on earth kind of purpose is there for hatred between the sexes? That doesn't make any sense to me. Do I understand the discrepancies and the argumentation and the difficulties? 100%. I'm a dude, and it sometimes can be impossible to communicate with a woman for me to communicate with a woman. And I guess so I get it. But that doesn't make it their fault. Like, but at the same time, them not trying to, if they don't try to communicate with me, then that's their fault, right? Same difference. Like, I got fault, they got fault, we both got fault. But it's about where you take it and how you go about it. So, like, I'm not, it's not me trying to save face or trying to do lip service. I'm really not. It's my personal belief that what I'm saying right now is I'm speaking common sense, basic common sense. I also did, with my little flip out tonight and last night, kind of forget my AO. Like, I kind of didn't realize where I'm at, and I'm literally in bumblefuck Florida, where these people are actually kind of some of them are fucking decent. Like 5 or 6 or 7 of them that I've met are actually like worth the oxygen that they consume. But like, fuck, I really, really overdid it again. And that's something I always do. I always fucking overdo it. And I freak people the fuck out, and I feel so bad afterwards. I don't have any regrets. Like I said, I'm done having regrets. But I will definitely say I am sorry for totally going overboard. But at the same time, ironically, it seems like it kind of happened where it was supposed to happen. Because although people don't know what the fuck's going on when I'm opening my mouth or like what I'm talking about, they have really good instincts, and they recognize like that I just need to vent. And so they're just like kind of giving me a little pat on the back, put the burger on the plate, put the cigarette in the hand, tell him where the clearance rack is, and give him a little rub on the back while he calms down. He's not a bad kid. He's just he's had a bad day. And I haven't had anybody actually treat me like this in a while. So it's actually been kind of nice. Like letting me just have a bad day, letting me just be a dick for a minute. And not try to freaking literally fucking crucify me, Mexicans, or try to incarcerate me, Americans, for letting shit off my chest. So it's nice to be able to have just speak of the devil. J-Dog, welcome to the broadcast. Huncho, welcome to the broadcast. It's nice to have just been able to vent. And for those of you that don't know, like I said, the whole now actually moving into the fame piece of it is really difficult, because people they want me to say certain things, they want me to do certain things, they want me to act certain ways. They're really, really, really fucking pissed that I'm on the street right now. Like, I mean, literally, like they're like, you either get off the street or please jump off a bridge. Like, we need you to either get your shit together or die really quickly. And they're not being facetious in the slightest. So I really need to get my shit together quickly before I end up accidentally dying of a heart attack that I didn't have or some shit. And like, so I'll fuck around about that stuff. I will. And the reason being is that people, like, there's more power and respect than there is in fear. And there's not enough people that respect people who have power nowadays. So, making efforts to try and reproduce an environment where people who should have respect get respect. Regardless of whether or not they have power. Like I said, some of the most authoritative people I've met in my life, and some of the most, like, the people who are literally, like, if you've ever seen Batman and hear the fucking League of Shadows, I've met fucking League of Shadows people. I'm not fucking with you. Like, people who literally you will never know exist, that literally just fucking run shit. And they are far, far more in control than some of the people that you believe are really in control. It's not the hidden hand type shit. No, it's not anything like that. It's just people who actually make decisions in this world, like people who have respect. And it's basic people in society who have been living within the society for a while, and they have the ear of the people around them. And so my point is that some of them just get scared, and then they drive off as you try to give them the respect they deserve, because they're freaking, like I said, they're just so used to people trying to pander to them that they think you're giving them lip service, and you're not. But anyway, Yeah, dude, literally, like one of those type of people literally just drove off when I was giving him compliments. And that's the other thing is like, and this is, I'm going to talk to my brothers real quick. I'm going to say to you guys, like, for real, you guys, like not me because I'm young and stupid and I'm first generation, but like straight up, you guys need to get better at accepting compliments at the risk of literally getting my ass handed to me again. I think I could handle it. I've had it handed to me like 1,000 times now at this point. You guys have to get better at accepting compliments. You have to get better at indulging in what people are offering in your direction and just maintaining that discipline and not letting them overtake you. Just freaking taking the compliment and also not getting too proud about where you're at and who you are, because that's the other piece of it. Is like for us to stay responsible and for us to stay, good, decent men and to be accepted in a world that's being very judgmental right now. And to be the type of people that get to be free in a world like this, you have to be able to chill. You have to. Like, literally, you see me, like, I literally had my fucking shoes stolen. And I freaked out a little bit, but now I'm going to put a cigarette in my mouth, and I'm going to shut up, and I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I fine? Yeah, for real, actually, I am. But, like, I don't want you to know that I'm fine because I do want you guys to have concern for me and maybe, like, help me get out of this position, right? But if I just tell you I'm fine, then maybe you'll think, like, I'm okay. But I'm okay, but I'm really not because I'm, like, fucking limping down the road, and it's kind of bullshit. Like, straight up, I am, like, one of the healthiest people you're ever going to meet, and I have overexerted myself to the point where I'm limping down the fucking road. So that would definitely say that I'm looking for support from my community. I don't want support from the government. I don't want support from the police. I don't want support from the hospitals or the freaking ambulance. I want support from the people I can relate to, that I understand, that my boots are on the ground with, and that's you guys. You guys are the people that I can relate to, that I understand, that understand me, and that I can spend my time with. Like, as things get bigger, and I used to say this kind of stuff all the time, and now it is bigger, but it's like, I don't want to party with people I don't know, okay? I don't want to. I don't want to be fake. Like, they're telling me I got to go here and I got to do this, and I'm like, so that's why I'm like, I'm literally cheating. I am. I'm not cheating like in a game cheating, but it's like cheating on a spouse. Like, I got all these people that are in the clique that I got to chill with. I'm like, I get that. I'll make these friends. It's royalty. It's family. It's all cool. I want my motherfucking ragtag people. Like, I want the people I grew up with. I want the people that I understand and understand me, that were raised the way I was. Like, I get it. You guys have the way you do things, and you've been doing it that way for generations. But that's the thing, is like, you've been doing it for generations. Me, I'm brand new. I don't have that comfort zone. I don't want to step into a room of people that I'm literally shitting my pants when I meet them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and if I'm gonna, I would like to have a couple of people with me that, whenever I step aside, I could make fun of my cousin with one of the friends that I met online. That we could sit there and just bust balls for a little while, and maybe teach you guys how to bust balls a little bit, because it's fun. It's fun, and it's the American way. All right, it really is. If you don't know how to make fun of each other, make fun of yourself, you're not a fucking American. You're kind of a pussy ass bitch, and you gotta grow up. You just gotta learn how to handle some heckling, because it's part of life. It really is. And all this, like I said, all this oversensitive stuff, like, being real sensitive is good. Oversensitive is when you let stuff affect your mindset. There's a difference between being really sensitive, which is normal and healthy. There's people who are very sensitive. I'm extremely sensitive. And then there is whether or not you let it bother you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, be open, and recognize that there's a lot of value. Like, you have to look at the success of our country, and I see people becoming like European in this country. I see people behaving like Europeans, and that's that's a trait. That's a major trait of Europeans, is like, it's pretty tough to joke around with them. Like, maybe some people from London and, there's maybe Essex, but for the most part, it could be tough to joke around with them, because they could be pretty serious. And then Australians are a whole nother story. But here in this country, we like to bust balls. We like to joke around. Or at least those of us who are American, or those of us who appreciate the American culture, we like to joke around. So, bringing that to the table, I think, could be of really high value. But once again, I always get that. I get hit with a brick wall pun intended, of, hey, this is how we've been doing things forever. This is how we do it, and we do it because that's. But you got to also remember who we're doing it for, why we do it, and what pretenses we do it under, and remember that we believe and agree and support the ideals of adaptation, evolution, and growth and change. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole idea, is we're supposed to be different. And when we be like, oh, we got to stay the same, we might as well be a religion. It might as well be a religion. You know what I mean? Being brothers, having friends, having people you're close with, you might as well be in a religion. And it's, I'm not in a religion, and I know, my best friends, they're not in a religion. So there needs to be a behavior change. There's nothing else about it. I'm willing to go down to this for the people that I love and that I care about, and none of them are my blood, not even close, and nobody convinced me. Not in the slightest. This is 100% personal choice to push myself as far as I could, and happily do so for people that I care about, whether or not I get what I want out of it. And I think that's why it was agreed upon to let me get what I want out of it, because I didn't even know there was anything coming my way. I was just doing it because it was, to me, and is to me, the right thing to do. So I do it. And that's how it is for anything that I learn, or any new stuff that comes to my, gets put in front of me. Is if I see it as it behooves humanity, it behooves the existence of this planet and the people on it, then I'm going to do it. I'm gonna put my focus into, put my all into shifting my my behaviors and my lifestyle, and being willing to take a little bit longer to make some money and what have you. But like I said, I also have my limits. Literally, look at how fast I shifted from all that stuff I'm saying, and now I'm sitting here doing this just because someone was kind enough to put a couple of cigarettes in my hand and tell me about the shoe thing, right? But I also have to catch myself and not give in to switching up and just let myself get fucked over again, and I'm getting better with that. And that's something that a lot of the people that I care about and that care about me, we all fall for that. We're all like that. We're all kind of pushovers and really there for people, and we really want to believe in the good of people, and then we oftentimes end up getting taken advantage of. But like I said, that's why we stick together, and then we get taken advantage of far less often. And we're also an absolute force to be reckoned with. You don't have the slightest clue, and you don't want to find out. But like I said, on another note, you guys got to realize is as I present myself in front of you, I am a particularly rare breed. Particularly rare as in I've been told by the people that I care about that I care for are that they've never met anybody else in our, let's call it, code of ethics that has this attitude towards humanity, that I'm extra chipper. I'll say it that way. That I have a little more jump in my step. Pun intended. For anybody that doesn't know, my name literally translates to the word step. So, yeah. So is anybody in here? We also, like I said, that's right. You guys like to listen. But I'm going to light up, so please do me a favor and fill the chat room, fill the chat, because when the chat gets quiet, it's really uncomfortable for me. That's why I start ranting and I talk and I talk and I talk, and I really don't want to be doing that. So if you guys could just, talk to me, that would be really cool. Welcome to the podcast. Oh my gosh, it's a thick cigarette. Made in USA. I like that. Are we still live? Dude, is it horrible that my brain sees the photo of a woman in a profile, and I'm just like, ooh, pretty girl. When dogs go, ooh, squirrel. That's how I am with women. I'm like, ooh, pretty girl. But I'm also, I'm not creepy. I'm really not, thankfully. Even when women invite me to look longer, I kind of just don't. Unless I start like feeling certain ways. If you catch my drift, then I'm like, do you need the chase? Because like I might have the time. My feet don't have it, but I will find a way. I was letting you vent. Venting really helps sometimes. Thank you. Yes, but I'm going overboard. I'm going so far overboard, it's not even funny. Like I'm going like nuclear overboard. Like sounding like Tom Cruise overboard. Except doing it for like hours at a time. Okay? It's like we can't have that. We really can't. Like we need an active jet. Or like I'm gonna be fucking loony binned. And I can't be loony binned. I mean literally I can't be loony binned, so they'll be stuck with a fucking crazy person on the street. And then they'll be stuck with a crazy person in regular society. We don't like, we're not a big fan of having crazy people doing regular stuff in society. God bless you. I think he was sneezing, so I said God bless you. Store opens pretty soon. Yeah, the store opens, but I don't have $1 in my pocket. Even though those sandals are only $2, I don't have $2. Guys, I wasn't lying to you when I said I'm broke ass poor when it comes to the US dollar. I don't have a fucking dime. Now, if I was able to pay in gold bars, we could have that conversation. But I literally can't buy shit. I couldn't buy someone shit if I wanted to. Why would you want to buy shit? Because you can analyze it and actually get, that's actually a thing online for, dude, if anybody needs advice on how and where to make money, if you are like either disabled or you're stuck on Social Security or you just don't want a job, I am the dude that knows 15 different ways to actually make money, like for real. And no, I don't have a course you can buy or whatever. It's just shit I did myself or tried myself or was going to try myself. But you could sell your poop. There's a website where you can sell your poop to research, and they will pay you like, I think it's like $50 a plop. So, it's there's a lot of ways out there to make money. Selling your plasma. I don't know why the fuck everybody doesn't sell their plasma. It takes like 15 minutes, and they give you $400 a week. Why is everybody not selling their plasma? I don't understand. But anyway. Like, or is it? No, I'm sorry. $400 a month. You can make an extra $400 a month. That's a car payment. That's 2 car payments. Just selling your plasma. Why would you not? And there's plasma banks everywhere. Just gotta find them. Don't even get me started on eggs and sperm. Freaking eggs. Dude, for these chicks out there, some of these, they test your blood and stuff, right? My sperm, you would not believe the ridiculous. I'm not even telling you guys. I'm not going to tell you. Don't even try. I'm really not going to tell you. My sperm is worth an insane amount of money. Like literally, like a fucking ridiculous. Like if I jack off one time, put it in a bottle and give it to him, like sale wise, not donation, I would be able to buy a car. I'd be able to buy like a brand new BMW. I'm not joking at all. Why don't I do it? Because I have like a complex where I don't want kids out there that I don't know about. And I have yet to like conquer that. So. When I'm satisfied with how my life's going, I'll consider whether or not, there's going to be more of me on the planet. But to the dumbasses that just keep talking about certain stuff, like, fucking stop. You're literally, like, even I'm not that much of a prick. And I'm a prick. I'm really not a prick at all. I can't even sell it well. Like, you can hear it in my voice that I'm totally just lying, that I'm not a prick at all. Sometimes I wish I was a prick because I'm tired of getting stepped on, but, I mean, I could sell a good front. I could look pretty intimidating. I've found out, but, at the end of the day, I'll tell you what, could I take on 6 guys at once? Yeah, I actually could, but I kid you not, I am so fucking lazy, and I hate hurting people so much that I literally have been in the situation and just curled up in a ball and let them fucking just beat me to shit, just because I hate fighting that much. I really do. I hate violence. I hate fighting. And then, I kid you not, The one time when they were done, the last dude, he kicked me right in the cheek. And that was the last kick. That was the last kick I got. And I stood up and I looked him dead in the face and I said, "Are you done? Do you feel better? Was it worth it?" And he goes, "Yep." And I go, "All right." As like tears are rolling down my face, because you can't help it. Like your face you tear up, you're bleeding, and it's just how it is. But oftentimes I don't personally mind, because it's like, thankfully, very difficult for me to break bones. And then I don't have a lot of scars. Like, I heal over really good. So am I not impressing you guys, or like getting, like, I'm really trying to get conversation going here. Like, oh my gosh, or just anything, any sort of reaction, anything. Like, I'm not, oh God. Oh, how do I get you guys talking? What do you need from me? What do you want? What do you want? Name your desire. I give handshakes. What do you want? You know what? Let's fucking do this. I do it in real life. Let's do it on the internet. I got it in me. You guys saw it earlier. Saw it yesterday. Earlier, see? And I'm also getting back to myself, where I really do only sleep when I'm doing me and I don't have people interrupting me. I'll sleep an hour to 2 a day, and that's all I need. 4 hours tops. And like, I'll bitch about not getting sleep, but the reality is that was just me living a life where other people were draining me constantly. But when I'm doing me, I'll sleep 2 hours a day, and I'll be productive the other 22. Fights are pretty scary. Yes, they really are. Dude, even I'm scared of fights. I've never really been in a fight. I've been in survival situations. I've had to defend my life, but I've never fought. I don't consider, I only, like, to me, when I hear the word fight, I hear leisure. I hear sport. I hear recreation. I don't hear survival, you know? Like, I don't fight for my life. No. You are either neutralizing a target and making sure you survive, or you aren't engaging whatsoever. Because I don't personally believe in engaging in unnecessary violence. Like I said, unless it's for recreation or sport. Turf wars, territory, arguing over something or fighting over something, I just have never been the person to do it. I've always been the person to either make sure people understand that it's mine, and that it's something that matters enough to me that if they threaten to take it, then they are threatening my life and my viewpoint, or I let them have it, because I might not need it as bad as I thought I did. And that's the tough part with for me, with some people from my past, is where as much as I wish I needed them, I'm admitting to myself that they're poison for me, and they're not healthy for me. And that's tough. That's really tough, but that's how it is. And if they were good for me, I'd have been fighting a lot harder, But that's more just in my own mindset, having to just accept it. Not getting sleep stresses me out. Routine keeps me productive. Absolutely. I understand. I agree with you. See, like, why couldn't I be in that truck? Like, guys, that's the other thing. I'm going to tell you guys this so that you guys are aware and you can spread the word. I have hearing like a bat. And another reason sometimes that I just, like, talk nonstop is because I sometimes, like, I will literally hear and smell people fucking. Like, I could walk by a house and I know people are having sex. Not kidding. I told you guys I'm, like, hypersensitive. And sometimes it could just be uncomfortable. But anyway. Yeah. It's kind of nice, though. It's kind of nice, The irony is, oftentimes the men are much less sensitive, so they don't even know that I'm aware, or whatever. But the females, most men do not know how sensitive females are and how aware females are. So I will tell you that most of the time when my auditory senses or my, other senses pick up on sexual activity, the women often end up on some mental level being aware that I'm aware, and they're like fucking trying to show off. You know what I'm saying? And I personally love it. I'm not complaining, but it'd be nice to be in the bed or in the truck or what have you. You know? Hunter, welcome to the broadcast. Yeah, they pulled off, as you can imagine. I said that, and they just like, skirt, skirt. But it's nice that I don't have to be responsible anymore. Like, not like family responsible. I don't have to try and be like a dad or be like a husband or like, not that I ever was, but like, I just felt this obligation with the way I was raised to try and be that guy. And I'm not a player, but I'm also not like traditional husband material. I'm definitely new age husband material, but like I'm not traditional husband material. So anyway. Yeah, that dude literally made my day giving me these cigarettes. Made my freaking day. Or made my morning. Will you guys say more things? I like when you talk. That's the other thing. Like, there's this chick earlier where I was hanging out, and she was talking to this dude, right? And she wanted to be talking to me, but I didn't approach her or anything, because I didn't want to make her uncomfortable. Like when we first were interacting, she was uncomfortable with me, so like I didn't approach her. But then by the time that she was comfortable with me and wanted to be talking to me, she's talking to the other dude, and I'm not going to interrupt. Like, I'm polite. That's how I am. And it's like a lot of these ladies are just so used to guys stepping in, like the whole bar scene type thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not like that. I am actually Mr. Wait My Turn. I'm Mr. Get What's Mine if I need it, but if I don't need it, I wait my turn. But I like listening. I do. Now with dudes, no offense, dudes, I don't like listening to dudes because, like, I'm not a talker. Believe it or not. Like, the stuff I'm ranting about right now, it's live stream material. It's stuff that you guys enjoy listening to, and I'm providing for you, But, like, in real life, you're really not, like, I never, as in never, meet somebody and then just start talking to them about stuff. I don't do it. Even in conversation, like, I will say so little, and then they talk, and that's what I like. I like to listen. But I wish to God I could just have a woman right now that was just talking my ear off. I don't know why, but I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood to be listening. So maybe I'll find one at the beach. But I think I'll end up getting sandals because I'll sit here long enough till there's like either an issue or people are really questioning, like, why are you not, like, what are you doing? And I'll just be like, I don't have sandals. I don't have sandals or shoes. I don't have $2. So I'm kind of just sitting here kind of hoping someone will buy me a pair. I'll be honest about it, And it is technically solicitation, so if you want to give me a ticket, go ahead. I don't have money to pay it. So, like, whatever. But, I don't even have an ability to pay a ticket, so, I'll just, like, I don't have what else am I going to do? One of your people stole the shoes, so here I am sitting, and I need to be able to get across the bridge to even get out of your hair. So, and that's something that does irk me, is when people force me into a position between them and, like, whoever they don't like or whatever. I can't stand that. It's not even because it makes me look bad. It's just, like, bro, I did not volunteer for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did not say yes to that. And I am actively saying no. I know people don't like hearing no, but I did say no. I'm done using pretty much everything except Clapper for now because social media is just, like, these other platforms are just not doing for me what they're supposed to be doing. So, like, I'll just hang out with you guys here where it's actually worth being live and putting content out. Like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff, it's dead. Those platforms really are dead when it comes to growth, like, and gaining followers and stuff. Like, most of the people that are gaining followers are spending money on advertisement and whatnot. And, dude, I am 100% for organic growth. Like, if I have to pay you to watch me, you don't want to watch me as much as I would like for the people that I like having around me or like watching my content. I want to have people watching my content that want to be watching my content 100% and aren't being like forced or enticed or invited through click funnels. You know what I'm saying? So I'll have another cigarette before I pass out. Oh my God, say something, please. I feel vibes of somebody wanting to touch my balls, and I'm loving it like McDonald's. Please do not even stop. Do not stop. Like, double down and get over here. Woman goes, I had never heard of Clapper. Is it an American app? I don't have any idea. I don't have a clue. I don't know. No, when I like something, I hop right on it. Like, there's this chick. There's this woman. She must have been in her 60s. She dropped it. To me, she was drop dead gorgeous. I mean, you could see that she was in her 60s. It's fine for me. I mean, I'm not complaining. But I mean, she was absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful body. Absolutely stunning. I mean, stunning. And she was talking to me, letting me know how she hangs out with the drunk homeless men, and like she takes care of them and stuff. I'm like, that's cool. Definitely like that was the most impressive trap scenario I've seen yet, all the way down the coast. Being in this position this time is different for whatever reason. Like, I'm actually kind of experiencing homelessness, and like I'm seeing how things work on the street. And that was the most impressive, like, jab 1-2, or what do you call it? Duck 1-2. I don't know, whatever the heck however you would say that. But to try and get me to be there, like, you know, they had like this fake hotel where you spend all your money reserving the room, and then you get to it, and it's literally just somebody's house on the street. Hello. How are you? You look familiar. That's awesome. That's awesome either way. I think he was busting my chops, and that's part of what made it awesome. What do you call it? But yeah, like I said, you spend all this money reserving the room, and then you get there, and it's literally just some trap house, and you're not staying there or even going in. And then you go to the bus stop, and it's already too late to get back on the bus, and then you just happen to meet this gorgeous, gorgeous woman who is of, you know, of an age where women are interested in sex. And she just happens to let you know that you could come and, you know, that, oh, this is what she does. And, you know what I mean? Get you to stick around. It's really, really fucking impressive. It really pissed me off that it was done to me, because I won't buy into it. I just wish people get the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, people keep trying that with me, like the whole trap scenario, and I'm not about it. And I wish they would stop trying it with me. Like, you're not going to get a yes out of me. If, I'm telling you, like, unless you got a woman walking up to me and straight up grabbing my gonads, I'm not in. Like, if it's not happening right then and there, you don't even have me slightly interested, because my attention span is very thick on what I'm already doing, and I don't have a lot of wiggle room. And for wiggle room to be created, there's got to be wiggle room. Doctor says, that sounds predatory. Sorry you experienced that. Oh, it was extremely predatory. Not on her part. She was really cool. But yeah, that was like, frickin', I can't even believe that happened. And why am I calling it out? I'm going to say this to you. there's a lot of situations where people think that I'm the guy that like ruins stuff for people, right? Like you got something good going on and I'm the guy that comes in and then all of a sudden it never gets to happen again. But the fact of the matter is it's honestly circumstantial. It is where, based on my vibe, I am the guy that is always in the place where things are ending and new things are starting. I'm always at that precipice between two major environments, and because that's where the most life exists, is between at the edge between two. Like, for example, when you hear birds chirping, you hear all that going on. Like, where do you hear the most wildlife? It's at the end of the forest, not in the forest. You go into the forest and you hear less animals. It's at that edge. And why is that? I don't know. I never did the research, but it's a thing. So what's my point is where the most change is happening is usually where I'm at. It's a man thing. That's where I like to be. I'm blessed. But my feet need a rest. They really need a rest. And like I said, that stuff's built into me. Like, that's just freaking, nobody did that to me. That's how I've always been. Like, I'm for, saying things how it is, how things are and how they should be. And I got that, thankfully, I got a keen sense about me that keeps me useful. But I can't tolerate living this way anymore. Thankfully, I don't have to. But it's also where I also know the value of my skill set, and I'm being totally undersold.
Saroka.
And I don't know, like, the propositions continue to increase, thankfully. But, like, the propositions are definitely not, like, even close to what I'm worth. And they know it, too. That's the worst part, is they're trying this thing where they're like, can we wear him out to get him to settle for shit? And it's not, like, I really actually will sooner die than settle for less than what I'm worth. Yeah. And there isn't anybody nearly as good at what I do on the planet. There's not. I would know about them. There isn't. So I know my value, and I'm going to get my money's worth if I'm going to do it here. But like I said, that's why I'm signing off and moving on to another country, because, like I said, I could take what I do. I could take that down to Puerto Rico. I could take it down to I'll probably go further than Puerto Rico. And reason being is, like, if I take my skill set into an environment that's too concentrated, then it would cause, like, too much change too quick. Literally. Like, that's actually been a conversation I've had to have. But if I take it somewhere where they're doing it already, then I can be of use. But here in this country, it's just my skill set. The value of it is very high, but it's, like, not really what they're trying to do. It's like our country isn't looking to change as fast as I produce change, like, anywhere in the country that I'm aware of. Like, side hustle level, maybe, I could say. But, like, I'm not sitting in a condo right now, is what I'm trying to say. I kind of have to beg to get a room for the night. And that definitely says that I am not accepting quote-unquote job offers that I should be. Like, I'm not somewhere that I should be to be utilizing my skill set. Now, on the internet, sure. On Clapper, sure. That's where I can produce change and it's safe for society, right? We're on the platform. But it requires me to be homeless in America just to be able to freaking live stream. And if I build it in this country, like, people are constantly trying to feed off of it, no, I'm going to go somewhere where people respect boundaries and don't try to steal from me constantly. Now, where there's still a code of loyalty. And something that's a little more than just loyalty among thieves, or what do you call it? Honor among thieves. I want more than that. Because I'm not a thief. No offense. But it's not, I don't like the feeling. So I can't. So, do y'all just, like, not want to tell me about you? Or are you, like, shy to talk in the comments? Or, like, am I not attractive enough to pursue for women? Like, they'll comment, like, hey, gorgeous, and then, but like I said, it's still just this expectation of pursuit. And now that I know that, you know, my old life is, I don't have one, like, that this is my life. You know, like, why, you know, I'm shedding that skin. But like I said, I've been in the presence of and had conversations with men who, you know, they talk to me about how many women they slept with and this and this and that. And it doesn't sound unbecoming to me. It's not like that. Not anymore. I used to see it that way because that's how I was, like, socially programmed. But the way I see it is, like, I don't want to spend all my time fucking chicks and then get to my 40s, 50s, 60s and be like, that's kind of like what I have to look back on and talk about. And, like, I want to have it where when I'm in my 40s, 50s, and 60s, I have something to show for it. I have something to talk about that I'm doing now, or something to show that I'm doing now, and that I'm continuing to involve myself with women, maybe at a slower pace because I'm getting older or whatever have you, or even if I'm not at a slower pace, not at even like, I don't even have a fucking pace. I feel like another nickname I got is Monk. Call me a monk. But, like, I'm not celibate. I'm not chaste or celibate. I'm just dry. Like, I just haven't had sex. And for me, it doesn't feel pathetic. It's just like I want to change that, and not because of some social perception, but literally just because I want to have sex. No other reason. So, I'm not a heathen. I'm a civilized man. But I definitely think that I, like, belong in second world countries, because in first world countries like America, we are already so organized and stable that we are beginning to only have 1 and 2 children, 3 children, and people aren't really having all that much sex at all, believe it or not. Not nearly as much as they used to. Whereas in second world countries that are still developing, like, you go to Latin America, and I mean, my God, you know, I could probably end up having sex with 4 or 5 women a night. Anybody could, no matter how prude you are. Just because that's where the culture's at, that's where the growth of society is at that precipice, at that point where people are copulating. But in this country, people are just not having sex. So it's like, you know, the competition's higher, the challenge is higher, and it takes way more work than it's worth to pursue. At least for me. Like, if I'm going to go have sex, I want it to be easy. And I don't want to pay for it. Like, that's the other piece of it. I had some people that were making an effort to help me out. They're trying to be nice. So, like, they're sending escorts my way. You know, like, saying, hey, well, if you pay this chick $100, you know, she'll That's not my arena. Like, you guys already know that that's not my arena. If I were in a more comfortable position and I weren't having to, like, fend for my life and, like, literally figure out what I'm doing day to day, I'm pretty sure my libido in reference to that would be a little bit higher, and I would be like, utilizing time to pursue women. But I don't have that luxury. So it's either going to be easy or it's not going to happen. Because I don't have the luxury, not because I don't have the ability to pursue. Let's say I take 2 hours out of my day in a situation like this to pursue a woman with the potential of it not turning into something. Of it not going to the bedroom or what have you. I wasted my time. I didn't waste her time, but I wasted my time. There is this one chick that was on Instagram that wanted to, like, hook up, but she's literally in fucking, what was it, Kandahar or some shit? You know, like, it's not gonna happen. I can't even go there yet. It'll be a long walk and a lot of swimming. Are you guys finding what I'm saying entertaining? Like, don't appease me. Like, be honest with me. Oh, and allow me to assist on the distinction between rich and wealthy. Common behavior of rich to wealthy in reference to where I'm at right now, what I'm doing. Does it give me a nice selling point? Yes, it does. But I mean, I think that's kind of the point of self-promotion when it comes to social media. Is somebody who's rich is not going to accept cigarettes from a stranger or be asking cigarettes from a stranger. They're going to go in the store and they're going to spend however much, $16, something like that. I don't know how much a pack of Marlboros is, or like the really nice cigarettes. I don't fucking know. I don't know that stuff yet. But they're going to go in and buy their own, and they're going to buy the expensive ones. That's rich. That's somebody who is maybe just they're spenders, which is fine. If that's your lifestyle, that's a fast lifestyle. Then you have wealthy, and that's somebody who, even now, I don't have the money, so I can't speak on that. I'm not wealthy. But the wealthy people that I've met are the type of people who would sit right down next to me and smoke these cigarettes with me that came from another person and have no qualms about it. Oh my gosh. I have to admit, guys, even at this point, you guys are kind of making me feel lonely. Because, like, I would like to get to know you. Or, like, hear from you guys. So are you guys, like, listening to the broadcast while you do other stuff? Or, like, are you literally sitting there just watching my face as I talk? Like, what are you doing? I'm curious. Oh, God. Oh, God. Raphael, welcome to the broadcast. And I also I'm gonna have to either migrate west or migrate to another country, because the fact of the matter is, like, I mean, I'm an anomaly in this situation, and people don't like that. You know, the nail that sticks out gets hammered, and I don't drink. And I always get confused whether or not I'm supposed to appreciate someone or not. You know, or how I'm supposed to appreciate them in these environments. I don't really know how to behave in these environments. I don't. I'm being honest. Oh my gosh, her scent is incredible. That woman's wearing some sort of perfume that smells amazing. My God, that was a good scent. See, now that's something I'll throw out there, and it was legit because I caught a whiff of the scent. That's the most I could do. You know, like, if I'm not in the moment, I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Like, there's a lot of people that will, like, reproduce those situations and, like, you know, they'll force it, or like what I consider forcing it. Like, I'm so go with the flow that if it's not happening, it's not happening. Like, I'm not the type of person that tries to force it. I'm just not. And if it's not vibing, I'm not vibing. But if it's vibing, I'm vibing. And and another piece of it is, like, what I've noticed about American society, in a lot of parts of at least conservative American society, is, like, they'll flirt with you or they'll hit on you or whatever, but then, like, they're married or something, you know? And, like, I'm not trying for the drama. And I'm also not I'm not a homewrecker. You know, I'm really not. So it's just, like I said, so even when you run into somebody who is into you, and you could click, and then they get talking and you find out that they got their own situation going on. And then I'm sitting over here, like, feeling let on and also misunderstood, because it's like they're looking at me like I'm a player, or that I'm trying to get involved in something like that. You know, people, these, I don't want to say it's women, but a lot of times they want these complicated situations, You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, life's not a movie, you know? This isn't 50 Shades of Grey. It's like, you know, you cheat on your husband, like, you realize what could happen? You know, like, I'm just saying, like, like, people are willing to take those high risks that could, like, destroy their lives. Like, and if you got to work that hard to get a high, man, I'll tell you, like, you got too much stress. I ain't got to work that hard to get a high. And I don't do drugs. You know, it's too complicated, too complex. I just don't have an interest. And then the other thing is, like, I'm sitting here, I'm feeling like I'm being disrespectful. You know, like, for real. Like, they're letting me do what I do. They're letting me do what I do the way I do it. But at the same time, they're accommodating me. You know what I'm saying? Which is really nice. That's nice of them. But they shouldn't have to. You know what I mean? I should be somewhere where what I'm doing is not only acceptable, but promoted, like normal, you know? And that's not here. And I've said that how many times, but like I said, the struggle has been getting to where I'm supposed to be. And I don't even know if that's going to be the West Coast, you know, because the reality is everywhere nowadays in this country is just everything's prim and proper, you know, like, I got to get out of here. And like, people consider drama to be fun. I don't find drama fun at all. It's exhausting. Drama is exhausting. See, and now I can't even walk to where I want to be, or where I would want to go. I'm like actually stuck, unless I want to wobble down the street for the next 5 miles. I do have a couple of free bus passes, though. Maybe I should use those. Probably be a good idea. Oh yeah, can't get on the bus without shoes, or at least sandals. You know, like I said, I'll chill here, and hopefully something will work out. And if worse comes to worse, and like a cop does show up or something, and they're like, "You can't be doing this," I'll look them in the face and be like, "Sir, could you know what? You might ticket me for asking you, but for the love of God, could you please give me $2? Because I need to go get a pair of sandals." And they might do it. They're going to demand my name, and I'm not giving it to, like I said, I'm officially done. Like, I'm straight up done. Like, they're going to be like, "Identify yourself." I'm like, first off, not a U.S. citizen. Can't demand that of me. And they'll be like, "But by code, yes, I can." No, that's in your world. That's in your, in your area of operations, not in mine. And I know you're asking me to meet you where you are, but you're asking for far too much of me for where I'm at. So I don't have to provide you. And they'll be like, "All right, here's the cuffs." And I'll actually, that's the route that I will go. I will, for real. Like, I'm done. And by done, I mean done. And I will prove it by, unfortunately, being incarcerated if necessary. Hopefully not. Hopefully they'll just be cool and be like, "Here's $2. But at this point, I don't know. I really don't know what to expect. I don't. But, they want the power and control, so there you go. You got it. I don't know why it means that much to you, but there you are. Power and control over my own life? Yes. Power and control over someone else's life? No, I don't need it. Never did. Never wanted it either. Yeah, as far as women, when it comes to a relationship, like, I want a woman who wants to make her own choices. And not just make it look like she's making her own choices, if you catch my drift. that's not entirely up to me, so, you know. Oh, all right. I'm going to toss this, and, oh, all right, give me 2 seconds. I'm here. Are you guys here? See, you guys are just playing with me by not commenting. That's what you're doing. You're just trying to get me to talk more. And it's really not. It's not working in the ways that you think it's working. Like, I'm a pro at this. You guys have no idea. Like, level 10 master pro. 10 out of 10. If you don't believe me, keep trying. Keep going with it. You'll find out. Like, I will get to you before you get to me. I really will. Don't create an interest of pursuit for me, because you'll be like a diehard fan. Like, do you guys not see how some of these people that are fans that watch from other broadcasts are literally obsessed? You will get obsessed. And I would much prefer just, like, be regular with me. That'd be much cooler. But, if not, that's fine, too. Look painful to walk. Yeah, it hurts. I'm in so much pain, it's not even funny. Oh, by the way, pro tip, all right? If you're going to buy gum, don't be going in the stores and getting all that blah, blah, blah. Go to Starbucks. They have a pack of gum. A pack of gum's $2. And you get like a full pack, only $2. They have a full pack of gum, and it's legit gum, too. It has good flavor to it. Don't have any sugar in it. Also advertised to make sure you know that it's aspartame free. But it's actually really good gum. I wish Starbucks sold sandals. And yes, when I say certain things, I do realize how silly I sound. I say certain things for comedic value. I just wish all this stuff didn't take this long. It's just, it takes so long. That's why I'm thinking I might have to go to Asia, like Eastern Asia. Like Japan, China, probably Shanghai, not like China, like Shanghai or Japan, because it's a pace thing. The rest of the world just doesn't move at that pace, and I'm extremely fast paced. And Shanghai, and then, like I said, the more populated parts of Japan are the only places I could think of that would make sense for me to be. Foo Fighter fan, welcome to the broadcast. It's like, let me say it this way: it's like being in these environments, and like being here, and especially like in this country in general, is people think I'm slow. They actually do, because like there's certain cues that I miss, certain things that they would prefer me to do that I don't do or whatnot. And sometimes I see and I know exactly what they're hoping of me, or what they're like, this is what you do. I'm like, it's not what I do. I wouldn't be me if I did it. I would be the version of me that you're trying to get me to be, and I would actually be slower. So it might look like I'm skipping a step or two, but I'm not. I'm going at my pace and following my path. And so, whereas there may be 4 decisions made for a regular person in the environment, there's one decision for me that fits me, and I'll make that one decision. And it might be, 12 decisions that they make before I make 4.
And so in their social perception, I'm slow, when the reality is I'm really fast, and I'm doing those 4 at a super fast pace. But like I said, it's a longevity thing. It's a stamina thing. I'm a what do you call it? A marathoner. I'm a long distance runner. I'm built for stamina. I'm built for endurance, and speed is a piece of that. But like I'm not trying to overwhelm myself. You know what I'm saying? So going somewhere that's a little more my style, I guess, would make more sense. Because if I conform to how things are working around here and working in the places that I've been getting invited to, then, I'm hindering myself. I'm not being me. Now I'm looking and I'm seeing, and you guys are going to think I'm silly, but I don't think we're supposed to get any rain today. I don't think we're supposed to get rain. But anyway. Demetrius, welcome to the broadcast. And I'm definitely staying live with you guys. So, because one of the little framing things I like to do, let me tell you right now how freaking obvious this is, okay? You ready? When you're living in the position, it's easy to see. And why am I putting it on blast? Because this Walmart needs way more cameras. For their own sake, and for the sake of the community. Where I'm sitting is the only place you can plug in. And interestingly enough, it's actually off camera, which is, a little not typical, if you ask me. But who's to say somebody couldn't accuse me, or several customers couldn't accuse me of attempting to solicit? Well, if I'm sitting here on live stream, you guys are seeing every decision that I'm making. You're seeing everything that I'm saying and what I'm doing. So you guys are my evidence that I'm not soliciting people for money or trying to get anything out of them. I was at another Walmart, and I was there with somebody, and we got asked to leave, and the employee had accused him. Now, this is also how behind people actually are. Like, they're literally still trying tricks that don't even work anymore because things are far more documented, and, like, just lying about it. Saying that he was trying to solicit money off of people when he wasn't, and it's obvious on camera that he wasn't. And they asked, well, we need you to leave anyway, blah, blah, blah. Like, they were trying to figure out how to get us trespassed and trying to figure out how to get us incarcerated and make money. Just get a little back pocket cash. And it didn't work because obvious reasons that they, didn't even, I guess they just expected us to be so thrown off by what they were saying that we, freaked out or something, or made ourselves look worse or something. But like I said, same situation here is someone steals my shoes, and then I have to sit outside of a Walmart and be plugged in right where there's no camera. And then someone does end up getting me sandals, and then they turn around and say, well, or get me off property, turn around and say, well, he was soliciting people for money. I'm not. So I have my proof that I'm not. Yeah, so that's a big tool I could tell you is if you're ever in a similar situation, frickin' keep yourself on camera. Do a live stream. Even if you don't say anything, just make sure you have your side of the story recorded. That's what I'm saying. Good morning, Yosemite. How are you? Yeah, I gotta get these sandals, and then I gotta go get some food. Get the shakes. Someone stole your shoe. Yeah. Can you believe it? Yeah. Yeah, me too. Thanks. Yeah, you want to know what an honest man I am? There was a bicycle sitting, and it literally was just sitting there, like in a bush. Like like a bicycle that had been abandoned, right? I could have hopped right on that thing. And when I say it was abandoned, I mean it like where it was definitely abandoned. Maybe dude gave up his bike, got a ride, and he was like hitchhiking or something. I don't know. But it was an abandoned bicycle. I could have hopped right on that bike, and I would have had a bicycle. But because I didn't have confirmation of the origin of the bike, I didn't grab it. You know, it could have belonged to somebody that actually left it there. The chance is real low, but there's a chance. And so I figure it wasn't even worth. Why would I take it if I don't know for sure? But I don't know if you guys experience this, but sometimes people like leave stuff out for you to take and whatnot. They're like, I want to give you a gift, but like I don't want anyone to know that I'm giving you something. So I'm going to go ahead and put this here, and then if it's not there when I come back, I could just claim that you told yourself that story in order to justify stealing it. But because people have to protect themselves from everything all the time because everyone's out to get them all the time, and they're not paranoid. You are. We got Frank, Sitad, Gally, Boris, or Bodris, Big John, Sam, Charles, Fasundo Garcia, Jacob, Daisy, Human, Layla, Doctor, and Yolo. What's up? Appreciate you, Yosemite. Pamela, welcome to the broadcast. Drew, welcome to the broadcast. Claude, welcome to the broadcast. Yeah, and I would figure a dirty, smelly homeless dude sitting with his phone plugged in front of Walmart barefoot is rather unsightly. So hopefully we can get this solved sooner than later. But we'll see. I'm also literally sitting directly next to a trash can. They literally just put this trash can out here. There's literally a trash can sitting right next to me. And it was not there yesterday. See? Christian, welcome to the broadcast. So yeah, all this for $2 sandals. You guys starting to understand my frustrations? See, what they don't realize is because of the social position that I'm in, the effort, the consented effort, is forced me to pay more. 3:35 a.m. there. But what they don't understand is because I'm outside of the conglomerate, it actually costs them more. It doesn't cost me more. It costs me a lot, but they're hindering themselves far further by doing that. And then even if it's just doing it to let themselves look bad and like get me sympathy points, even that's not worth it. Like, it would be much more worth it just to be like, here's some sandals. You know what I'm saying? But I guess this is just, like I said, this is how we do things here. And for me, like I said, that entire process became inefficient in the mid-90s. And doing it today is like just a great way for everybody to burn their money on a pile and say screw it, like they're the Joker or something. Because that's what they do. There's spending and then there's wasting. And this is wasting everyone's time and their money. And then the other thought is, okay, well, how do we make them look bad on Walmart, right? In reference to Walmart. It's not making me look bad. What people don't understand on this level is that people on that level aren't stupid. They understand aesthetics, and they're not going to get mad at me when to them, because of the position they're in, it's obvious what, how that's being done. It's something that they already, understand and deal with on a daily basis. Allie, welcome to the broadcast. Tug and Life, welcome to the broadcast. Levi, welcome to the broadcast. Pamela, welcome to the broadcast. Yeah, see, before I'd be embarrassed in this situation, but now I'm proud. I like it. I actually do. I don't like causing disruptions, and I'm not. But I've been disrupted. And now they have to solve it. And that's actually fucking hilarious to me. After all the trouble it caused me, that now they created a problem for themselves that they have to solve. And it's kind of funny. Alright, I'm going to try to problem solve for like 2 seconds. Okay. There's a possibility I might be able to have someone get me a pair of shoes. I don't know for sure, but they might. But you know what? I'm so stubborn about this situation. I think I kind of want to wait it out until someone offers to get me a pair of sandals. It's for the, literally just for the principle of the issue. Well, they did it successfully, deprived me of a night's sleep. They weren't going to, but then they stole my sandals. And I honestly think that's why my sandals were stolen. That's why my bicycle tires were slashed. So that I couldn't get where I needed to sleep for the night. Still got there. But I go over the bridge, get some sleep on the beach or whatnot. Nope. Slash the sandals, make sure there's glass all over the road, over the sidewalk. But it's a fucking coincidence, I know. Make sure that they got officers posted up every possible place that you could sleep. Total accident. It's just what they do. It's routine. It's totally normal. Might be, but that's an even scarier thought. Oh, sorry, falling asleep. Escog, welcome to the broadcast. Okay, let's try it this way. Can I flip it? Oh, can't flip it. Alright, but we'll do this. That'll work. Is there a thrift store nearby or a church? Maybe they donate a pair. I'm not going to a church. I mean, like I said, that's another trap situation. Is like how they tried to force me into one of their cults. Thrift store, similar situation. Buy the product. Don't have money for a thrift store. Don't really know of any thrift stores that could get me a digital gift card. Or maybe they just give you a pair, but that's the thing. Is from now on, it's a principle thing. Like, but what I am gonna do is I'm gonna I can't even sleep on the bench. Like I figure, well, maybe I could just go sit on the bench out by the bus stop, but I get woken up. Oof. It's chilly. Sun's gotta come out the rest of the way. Pumpkin, welcome to the broadcast. Could anybody give me like a $5 gift card to Walmart so I could get sandals? What's the temp there? I don't know. 69, 70. Matthew Latoy, got Pumpkin, Lynn Bowman, Sean, Shoes Factory, Tina. You're sleepy. Oh yeah. I'm so tired. I can't even. When people sneeze at me, like in my mind, I'm just like, are you buying me something, or like, because you owe me now? Like you've communicated with me in an inappropriate and disrespectful fashion without need. So is this the part where you give me $2 or what's going on? Captain Sir and Ryan, welcome to the broadcast. Willie, what's up?
Sorry, the live stream shut down. I was literally falling asleep because, as you guys know, I didn't get any sleep at all last night. My sandals were stolen off my feet while I was asleep for like 15 minutes on a bench, and in Florida, outside of Cocoa, like to the east. And so I went inside. I grabbed a $2 pair of sandals because you guys know I literally don't have $2. I got people that are getting me like food gift cards, but I don't have any money to buy stuff. So I grabbed that $2 pair of sandals because I was falling asleep on the live stream, so I shut it down real quick. And then I went inside and I asked them. I went to the manager and I said, "Hey, yeah, I had my shoes stolen. I literally don't have any shoes. I just walked like 12 miles, and my feet are killing me. I don't have any shoes at all. Can't get on the bus. Can't do anything. Do you think you guys could the store front me to just frickin' give me a $2 pair of sandals?" I figured the best way to go about it. And he says, "Sorry, we can't help you." So, welcome to, what town are we in? Welcome to Merritt Island. I made it. What do you call it? How things actually went. Like, I'm starting to piece together. I'm coping decently, like not having too many angry thoughts. I'm managing. I think I rounded out at 15 miles in the last 24 hours, and then I just sprinted about 1.5 miles and then jogged a mile and in socks. So I'm doing pretty good. In actuality, I'm seriously actually doing pretty good, because I'm pretty sure everybody else who had this gone on would have already, put them in holes in the ground. So I'm proud of myself for just being an adult, I guess you could say. It's going to take some time, but I'm kind of happy because they were horrible people anyway. So I'm kind of glad they're out of my life. Everything for a reason. Me personally, I'm totally moved on. But where I'm at right now, like who I am and where I'm at, I kind of want to stay this way for the rest of my life because I like it. Not this, but this. Thank you. Where's that coming? Hello. Welcome to the broadcast. JG, J-Man, Leslie, New Girl. Hi there. How are you? So I was just sitting in Starbucks, and there were 2 federal marshals that were getting coffee, and I recognized them by their stance and some of their mannerisms. And I obviously didn't say anything, and they weren't doing anything like it's okay for me to be saying this right now. That's what I'm saying. But I wasn't eavesdropping, but I kind of overheard some of what they were saying, and some of what they were passively saying, right? And I could have sworn that because they were talking about going and picking somebody up, and I kid you not, just because of some of the stuff that I've been through, I thought that they were talking about me as I was sitting right there, and I could have sworn. And I go under my breath. I go, "You might want to be a little more subtle," because I thought they were talking about me. But then it ends up they weren't. But man, I'll tell you, my heart hasn't pounded that hard in a while. I wouldn't have anything for them to pick me up for, but any run-ins that I have had, they were never fair or appropriate to begin with. So I'm always ready for the next surprise. But anyway, there was also an effort to identify me, and I went with it. I'm not hiding for anything. So even as I sit here, they identify me. I'm sitting here doing a live stream. I don't mind. I've been, sometimes they profile you, sometimes you get removed from the profile. So I don't think deprofiling is a word, but I'm no longer viewed in that perspective. So I don't really have to worry about if they know where I'm at. But they sometimes they can get concerned when I know where they're at because of the past. But like I said, we work things out, and I don't want to say I'm on their side, but I'm definitely not against them. So I got myself this nice new mint thing. Absolutely delicious. And I got myself that espresso thing, and I'm blasting myself with caffeine to stay awake and to just ease the pain. I jogged. I walked since last night. I walked 10 miles, 15 miles. I don't really know how many miles, but it's at least 10. And that's 10 more than I should have. And like, I have never had to take a break. I don't take breaks unless it's for somebody else. If somebody else is walking with me, obviously they usually need to take a break. But I had to sit down on the pavement and wait for my feet for the swelling to go down. I have overdone it, my friends. I have overdone it. Leslie goes, "Did you get shoes yet?" Yo, I posted a clapper about that. I am so mad. Okay, so here's what happened. I was falling asleep on live stream. You guys saw me. I was literally falling asleep while I was talking to you guys and like passing out right in front of camera. So I shut down. I instinctually shut down. This shows how much I live stream. I just by nature shut down the broadcast. I didn't even do it on purpose. But I shut down the broadcast, and then I went inside and I found a $2 pair of sandals. And I went up to the service desk and I talked to the manager and I asked him, I said, "Hey, I don't have any money. Like, cause what I got here, you guys know, it was from a gift card somebody gave me. But I go, I don't, for those of you that don't know, I didn't really even tell you guys this yet, but I'm going to wait a moment to tell you. It's kind of something big that I've been lying about in a good, like I've been lying about doing something good. I've been saying that I'm not doing it, but I've been doing it. But I go inside, and dude, he says that he couldn't help me out. And I told him I don't have any money. I don't have any sandals. Somebody stole my sandals. I was sleeping on a bench for like 15 minutes last night, and I woke up, my sandals weren't on my feet. And so somebody literally pulled my sandals off my feet to install them. And then thankfully I found these socks. I was walking down the road and I found these socks. So I put them on my feet so I'd have something on my feet. But then as I was walking, it kind of registered that the person I dedicated my life to left me for dead over a mistake that I made. That was a big deal, but I didn't know it was worth having me die and replacing me almost overnight. And then have it replace me and then turn around and pull the miracle of my life totally away from me and then give them to a total stranger without any consulting me in any way, shape, or form. And so after, like I said, I'm so at peace with where things are at. Just sharing this stuff with you guys. Those cops would be coming for me right now. I'd be totally fine with it. I don't even care. I literally don't at all. They don't have anything to come for me for, but I'm so ready to. I'm just, I'm ready for that battle. Not with them, not against them, but for what comes after. I just got so used to it. You get used to it. But I never got institutionalized, thankfully. Like, by institutionalized, I don't mean in the mental health sense. I mean in the sense where you become comfortable with that environment. But I did get used to it, and I have to tell you that some of the people that I met in that environment were more loyal than anyone I've ever met out here. They're bad people. Don't get me wrong. Like, seriously, there's some bad people. But you're not going to find people that are more loyal. I could tell you, even out here, some of the people that I met in there have my back out here. Like, literally have my back out here in the real world, which is absolutely incredible. It's not like we even made friends or anything, like we were friends or something. It's just literally just that we met and we spent time together and we ate and broke bread together is enough for them to say that if someone's coming in my direction, they're plowing them over and not let them put hands on me. That's for me it's touching. It's kind of a big deal. But anyway, back to reality, regular reality. like I said, I was walking down the road, and then I had to sit for a minute, or I chose to sit for a minute because my feet are swelled. But then I stood up and I start walking, and I realize I'm about 3/4 mile from here, right? And I mean, I'm to like I can barely walk, and I'm telling God's honest truth, I can barely walk. It's fine, like I'm all right. But I go and it kind of clicked for me that I had been replaced in that. Excuse me, I had been replaced in that fashion. I can't even fathom that. Like I could never do something that horrendous to somebody. I couldn't. I never would. Absolutely not. Um, like I couldn't even wrap my head around the idea of doing that to somebody. I would wait and find out what's really going on first. I would never in a million years could I even dream of doing that to somebody. I mean, I was raised by a family where they were married for a very, 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 very long time. They were married longer than they were alive before they were married. Um, and a whole bunch of kids together and all that. And just the thought, just I can't. I know I screwed up, but I don't know. Like I can't wrap my head around it. I really can't. I mean, when I thought that commitment means something. You say, I mean it for life. Uh, I didn't mean for life unless something happened, or unless I didn't like you, or unless you did something to me. I meant that no matter what, I'm there. Whether I'm worth it or not, or whether I'm good enough or not, or whatever. And I guess I'm learning that some people are a little more wrapped up in the world than they are actually, in acceptance or belief of the concept of love. But I'm very immersed in the world, very attuned and adept to it, very skilled. I know what I'm doing, and that doesn't change the fact that I was raised and taught that the center of life is love. And that's the most important thing. Um, and when it comes down to it, and any sacrifice that needs to be made, love comes first. And it's not just some fairy tale dream or some hope or some wish. It's not just emotional. It makes sense, to put your partner first, and to put your family first. Um, it's a tough one for me, because I guess I got fooled pretty darn hard, because I was entirely under the impression that I was with someone of that nature. And like I know, like I really messed up, and I know I did, but I didn't. It's one like it's one thing to mess up and then maybe things go in a different direction, but as though I had never existed at all is kind of how this feels. And I mean, that's realistically that's fine for me, because I mean, to me, like being in a relationship or getting into a marriage, as soon as that ring goes on the finger, as soon as that proposal is made, it's like my life is no longer about me, it's about her. And it is till the day that I die, or at least that's what I was raised on. um, and so for me, I can't even like I'm sitting outside of Starbucks with tears in my face. I don't even I haven't had 5 minutes to process it, to even cope with the situation. And it's all happening while I was fighting for my life. You know, while I'm fighting to stay alive, all this is going on out here. I couldn't. How could you do that to me? No, and I can't even say how could you do that to me. I mean, how could you do that to yourself? Is really what I mean to say. Is you're, they're gonna find out real quick that that person is not me in ways that they're gonna want it to happen. I can already feel it. I feel it through him. And I don't mean I don't mean the one that's going to end up dangling somewhere. I mean the the one that exists. Anybody else want to get me a Starbucks card? I need more coffee. I seriously I need to cope. People say to hide this stuff, but if I hid this stuff, I'd be regular. And I'm not. Never been. How do you guys think I did such unique stuff? Because I'm different. I'm unique. I'm weird. That's how you do. You can't do stuff other people don't do unless you are somebody other people aren't. You got to be different to do different. But you got to be normal to do normal. I think that's where I lost is I wanted to be with somebody normal. And I tried to. And I did fall in love with a monster. I did. But you know what? But she was my monster. I did fall in love with a tough woman. But she was mine. And all the rest of it didn't, you know, you accept people for who they are and the way they are. And that's up to you whether or not you accept somebody. And me personally, I don't have a single bone in my body, my brain doesn't work in such a way where I could hold something against her for real. I just don't. I can talk about it. I can pretend like I do. But I can't. I don't have it in me. So I thought that would be enough. I thought those qualities, being qualities that most people don't have, would be worth the rest of what comes with being with me. But I guess not. I know it's all right. I'm gonna be all right. But I think what caused me to lose her was, with the introduction of another human life, being with her was no longer like everything was about her to me, but at the same time, it became not right. And I feel like that shift is where I lost her because maybe she felt like I wasn't interested or that I was a worse person than whatnot or because that's another piece of it is surviving that environment brings out the worst in you and could make you look like you're something you're not. Um, and especially from the outside, it really looks one way. And guys, I can tell you, you don't understand what it's like until you're in there. I can tell you, like even coming out and being out here is like when you first step out, it's almost like what I'm about to say is going to sound completely nuts, but it's the only description I have for you is to explain the auditory visual experience. And it is where you step out and for the first time you put your foot in the grass and you jump. You're scared of it. You don't know, like, what is that? You look and things are so bright. Everything is so bright, whether the sun's out or not. I've had both. And it's almost like stuff is vibrating. It's almost like everything's moving so quick your eyes can't even keep up with it, and your brain's trying to process the absolutely overwhelming amount of stimuli that's considered regular on a day-to-day basis. But in there's nothing. Every day it's like being in limbo. There's nothing every single day, all day. And some people say, well, that sounds relaxing. No, it's hell. It's absolute hell. And then you make every attempt to reacclimate. And I reacclimated, and most people don't get out of the mindset. Most people do get in there, and it's like for the rest of their lives they're watching their backs and they become violent. And I can tell you that it's not a rehabilitative environment in the slightest, and it's not a punishment either. You're getting fed 3 meals a day and you're getting to bed to sleep in. It's not a punishment, and it's also not. It's not a recovery type environment because it's a recovery type environment for hardcore criminals and for career criminals, but it is not a recovery environment for people who are either one-time offenders or baseline repeat offenders. For people who come from a regular type set of society, like regular citizens who say they committed a crime or they just were in the wrong place at the wrong time, it turns them into criminals. I watched over months' time, regular people become criminals.
I watched people who had never put a hand on anybody put a blade in somebody's stomach just because they were told to. It changes people, and it's scary. And no, it did not turn me into a man. It didn't. It turned me back into a boy, because that's really in there. Is it's all childish, and it's all, it's very childish, and it puts you back in a mindset of childhood as opposed to adulthood, and you make decisions on far less intelligent bases of like even just trying to talk about it, and then you come out dumber. You come out more stupid. You come out with more unhealthy. I could tell you that I never had any back problems. I never had any problems with my feet. I never had any problems with my vision or my hair growth or anything. And within a couple of months, I'm falling apart. And wrinkles too. Like I did not have wrinkles. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, but less than 3 years ago, I did not have wrinkles. Like I said, they already identified me. Like verbatim, they got me. The feds. They got me today. So there's a possibility that the marshals might be coming in my direction or not. So I don't know. And I'm only going based on what I've been told as far as how the marshals operate. I'm only going based on what I was told by criminals. So like, I don't really know. I might just be sitting here paranoid, and I probably am. But I don't know why I worry so much. Like, another big piece of it is when you're raised religious. I was raised real religious, and when you're raised religious and you mix that with like the criminal justice system, you end up being somebody that always feels like you're guilty. You always feel like you did something wrong, and you're waiting for the cops to come arrest you or something. I mean, literally, I felt like I'm waiting for the cops when I smoke a cigarette. Like, I'm just saying, if there's a difference between being religious, being faithful, and being brainwashed. And you could be religious without being brainwashed. And I had a little bit of religious brainwash growing up. So, like I said, every now and again, I'll get a little bit of that paranoia as far as worrying about the police when I know I'm on their good side. Like, we've established that I'm on their good side. But it lingers. It lingers. But unfortunately, when it lingers in that fashion, in your mind, you take on that persona, and then you begin to look guilty, or they wonder, well, why are you worried? But thankfully, there are some officers that have been through the whole religious brainwashing piece of it, not just whether or not you're in a religion, but like actually being forced to believe and whatnot. Who understand, like, hey, no, that's a PTSD reaction from being forced to kneel on rice or what have you. So, but yeah, like I said, it finally, to bring it full circle, is it finally set in that that I've been cheated on. I mean, in my mind, that's it. I mean, where I left it was I had my commitment, and turn around, not just cheated on, but freaking replaced um, by a piece of plastic, and by somebody that I could never imagine would do that, ever. But I was wrong, and these are just factors that I just things that I didn't factor in. My recommendation to you, and this is advice I didn't take from my own family. All right, most of my brothers and sisters, they were dating for 5, 6, 7, 8 years before they got married, and now they're all married 20 plus years, right? Or some of them married 20 plus years. But my point is, we rushed it, and rushing it was the worst decision, I will tell you, of any decision I've made in my life, of any mistake that I made. The biggest mistake I made was rushing my relationship. And I was forced to rush it. I was coaxed, coerced, pushed to anything to get as much out of me as humanly possible, as fast as possible, get the highest high, get the most fun experience, enjoy enjoy those years until, thank God. God, I freaking love metal stuff. This is wonderful. Let's do positive things now. Yes, positive things. We're all okay. We survived. We're okay. We're okay. Thank you. All right.
All right, so we officially have Mr. Jihad, so we'll have to deal with him later. So yeah, it's welcome to my job that I don't have, right? Um, everything's all right. I don't know if I was allowed to stop that car crash, but we're gonna move on. I have work to do, and he's here, so. Bro, and that's what I love about this. It just is what it is. Like I said, it finally registered in my brain that like, freaking, like now there's a possibility that there's like a wait for marriage thing going on, but I don't actually know. I mean, if there, I could tell you if there is, I'm freaking whatever laws I'm breaking. I'm just saying like, hey, I know that I'm a horrible person. I'm like more sorry than you could possibly imagine. I apologize for any interactions we've had that have been inappropriate, that I've screwed up, and I'll take 2 knees to the rice like I did for Grandma if I have to, you know. And for real, I'm not even kidding you, because keeping that commitment is the right thing to do. Like I could 100% live the rest of my life absolutely miserable on the inside and not show it and get away with it, just for the sake of the human being, just for the sake of the one that deserves to have what I didn't get. And that is the part that's wrenching at me the hardest, is where they're not going to have what I had, or they're not going to have the thing that I wanted to make sure they had. And there's not going to be one thing I will tell you factually, and I will say this in public, and I will say it in front of law enforcement. I'll look them dead in the face and let them know there is not going to be another male in that child's life. There's not going to be a father figure, and if there is, I will be counting every day. You guys know my nicknames, and you know which one I'm talking about for this one. I'm gonna be Mr. Usher for a minute. I'm gonna be sitting there. I'm gonna be counting every moment that there is involvement with that child. And that is going to be a break of a finger. That is going to be some sort of payment that is going to be owed. And it's going to be ugly. I promise you. Because that person should know better than to be stepping into a space that they don't exist and they don't belong. And they don't understand. They don't know who they're talking to or messing with. They're not in the slightest. I'm literally saying this in front of a freaking Starbucks. If I was playing, I wouldn't be saying in public on live stream. And like I said, if I were incriminating myself, I would be. But no, I legitimately have those connections. So I'm sitting here saying, get away from the child. And I'm not saying or else. I'm saying you don't get a warning. It's that you didn't know, and now you know. So now you're going to stay away from the child. And I'm inviting you to stay alive. You're welcome. So like I said, it registered for me that, that this is where life has gone to. And I'm like, all right, so after doing like 20 some miles walking and my feet are freaking dead, I jogged and then I sprinted for a mile and a half. And I am just an absolute wreck right now. I am. And I'm proud of it, because I have needed to have 5 seconds of being emotional. And it's turned into like a day and a half. And I'm probably going to turn it into like an entire week. Because I need it, because I've been waiting like 3 years to freaking show emotion. And like some people think it's funny, but like when I say I'm ready for drop kicks and knee bends, like I'm freaking just like for the fun of it. Like who's ready to spar in front of Starbucks? I'm ready to lose because I'm in the mood. I'll lose on purpose just because I need to take a good hit. But I'm just, like I said, I'm just freaking, man. I guess the toughest part for me to fathom is on that end of it, the belief of the possibility of making those decisions without me. Like, is it because I'm young? Do I sound naive? Is it because in certain ways I am naive because I believe in love? Like, what pieces of this led to? Like, I'm making an effort to have a case of, like, in my mind, of sanity, right? Naivete mixed with sanity, as opposed to the insanity of legitimately believing that, mixed with what you know about me, that there was going to be a possibility to get away with doing that. The best decision would have been to inform me, like, as soon as these things are going on. I should have been informed. I really should have, because there's so many decisions that I've been making to protect these people with or without being in favor of me, whether or not they like me, that I would have been making decisions that would have behooved them more. But hiding stuff from me was the dumbest thing you could have done, because now I have to turn around, I have to fix every single one of the things going on, and I'm not even supposed to be one having to do it. And you guys practically, you just expect me to do it too, and I'm gonna do it. But like I said, I got my stipulations, and if y'all don't, there's no, you guys are the ones telling the law enforcement to stay away and being willing to accept my help. So realize that if you're asking for my help, you're gonna get my help, and don't be complaining. You can't turn around and double cross me, because it's not gonna work out, because they're on my side with this situation, especially now knowing how things really went down. Um, so for me, like I said, I'm so fired up that I'm doing this in public, because I don't have time. I don't have time. I can't wait after learning about this and finding out what's legit and what's not. Y'all get, like, I got what is it? Friday, Saturday? It's Friday. I got like 3 days. Friggin' A. I seriously, yo. And then I got the Italians coming and give me a freaking issue. I don't even know what I did wrong. I'm serious. I don't have a clue. I don't have a freaking clue what I did wrong. And they're coming at me. I got one of them's going to show up tonight, where the heck I'm at. I don't even know what the hell I did wrong. I don't even know what I did. So that's going to be fun. What's up? Ugh. God, I wish this was not real. It's like stuff isn't real until you realize it's real, and you're like, oh crap, this is real. Yeah, so moral of the story is no, I didn't get shoes. Finally. Oh, yeah. Excuse me, sir. I hate to bother you on Starbucks property. Do you mind if I get one? Thanks, sir. You are awesome. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Let me take a walk with you. Guys, I'm going to shut down for a minute. I'm going to make a friend. I'll talk to you in a little bit. I didn't catch your messages. Whatever the 31 messages we got there in the comments, do me a favor. Send them to me in a personal message, all right? I will answer. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so after a short conversation, okay, I'm trying to think of a way to say this. Our government is very calculated, okay, and there's a plan for everything. There's a process and steps and expectations and standards of how things usually go and what to do and whatnot. Like I told you guys, I'm a little different, and I don't necessarily react the same way most people do, either in a normal way or for people who are like not stable. So like I'm stable, I also have unique reactions, and not reactions that would match with either regular people or with like some do, obviously, or people who are not stable. And so sometimes there has to be a little finagling on how to go about things, a little extra work. So I try to put a little extra work in for when I need a little extra looking out for. But pretty much what I'm saying is people that are looking out for me aren't necessarily used to people that have been through what I've been through and who are processing what I'm processing right now, not reacting like I'm handling it in such a way that's kind of freaking them out a little bit, because they're not like they're waiting for a reaction. They're waiting for me to snap or something. I'm not gonna, because they're not used to people that like know how to process through that. But I mean, I was raised with discipline. I was raised to, that whatever happens, you maintain that status quo. You maintain your discipline, and you find ways to cope and you deal with the situation, no matter the severity of the situation. Same as the government has its processes on how to handle and compartmentalize scenarios and situations and get things where they need them to maintain that control. That's environmental control. I do that interiorly. You know what I mean? I have my own steps of, okay, identify what's bugging me. You learn in therapy. So I'm handling my interior situations just a little more than most people do, and ironically, it's kind of throwing them off a little bit, and they're having to do a little extra work. So I'm not going to apologize for handling the situation better. But like I said, I mean, what else am I going to do? Then keep pushing forward. It's my life, and if I don't push forward, then I'm not going to be living my life. What I'm trying to tell you is you ain't got to worry about me. I'm doing okay. A little nervous. Things are a little rough here and there, but I'm managing, and people are being cool. So.